Hello everyone, and today we're back for another Loomian Legacy Tournament video. And we will be talking about on why Tyrecks is one of the most popular Loomians in tournament play. So let's head right into it. I Ate Your Face hosted a tournament last week, and out of the 83 teams submitted, 29 of them had Tyrecks in it. And out of the top 8 teams, had 5 of them, which is the most for any Loomian in the top 8. That is more than half of the top 8 teams. But what makes Tyrecks so good? And why does everyone want one on their team? Tyrecks needs no introduction. It has amazing base stats, the highlights being 89 into the HP, 111 in the melee attack, 102 in the melee defense, and 83 in the range defense, making it both a massive offensive and defensive threat. Its only big weakness in the stat is its low speed stat in 74, but even then, it's still fast enough to outspeed tanky Loomians, making it a huge threat versus slower teams. Even better, Tyrecks has the Metal/Earth typing, which is both amazing offensively and defensively. Offensively, Metal and Earth can hit Obsidian, Tundralin, Venolin, and Berave super effectively, making it being able to break a ton of bulky tanks very easily. And while it doesn't have the best matchup within the current meta, only hitting 9 out of the top 19 Loomians for super effective damage, nothing on this list resists either Metal or Earth, giving Tyrecks a neutral matchup versus most of the meta threats. Metal and Earth defensively gives it 5 weaknesses. A weakness to Fire, Water, Plant, Earth, and Brawler. While having 5 weaknesses may be rough, it has a whopping 7 resistances and an immunity, which is amazing. Not to mention that this is a metal type that is immune to electric attacks, which is something that no other metal type in the entire game can do. Tyrecks leverages its base stats and its typing in order to be a great bulky offensive option, making it be able to live pretty much any hit from the entire game and then hit pretty hard in return. And keep in mind, this is just the stats that we're talking about. We have not talked about Tyrecks' abilities yet, and it has 3 abilities that have all been used in competitive play. Tyrecks has 3 different abilities, those abilities being Terrifying, Power Jaw, and Overcloak. Let's first talk about Terrifying. Terrifying is an ability that lowers the melee attack of the opposing Loomian, giving Tyrecks more leverage to soak hits on the melee side. This ability allows Tyrecks to invest more into its range defense, making it a bulky monster on both sides. The only flaw with Terrifying Tyrecks is that it doesn't have reliable healing, meaning that you're either forced to run Health Amulet or Milkshake as your items, or Slumber as a healing move. The moves on these Tyrecks usually rely on support compared to the other 2 sets. Earthquake and Vice Jaws are always its first 2 moves, but its last 2 moves may vary. It has options like Quicksand to trap the opposing Loomians, Dodge to gain passive Health Amulet HP, Tear Down to remove hazards, Slumber, like I said, to heal HP, and even Metal Shriek to lower the defenses of the opposing Loomians. Tyrecks can check some of the hardest hitting melee attackers, that includes Umbrat, Lashent, and even other Tyreckses, surprisingly. Trap and Shed used a defensive Tyrecks, and he reached the finals with it, but despite him using a defensive Tyrecks, his ability was not terrifying. It was actually the more common Power Jaws. Power Jaws is an ability that makes all the user's biting moves deal 50% more damage, and Tyrecks has brilliant moves like Vice Jaws and Thunder Chomp that gets buffed by Power Jaw. It even has the funny haha 45 power Chomp move to hit Bulmer, but they don't usually run Chomp, unfortunately. These Power Jaw Tyrecks usually run one of 2 sets. They either run 4 moves with a specialty item, or 3 moves with a setup like Sharpen. Epically, the winner of IE's most recent tournament used a specialty boots Tyrecks in order to hit really hard and deal major damage in return. Despite Tyrecks only having 74 speed, a nimble and specialty boots item makes it fast enough to outspeed very nimble Zulong by 2 speed, which is insane. Power Jaw Tyrecks is the most common Tyrecks set, but there is one more set I want to talk about, and that is the Overcloak Tyrecks. Overclock is Tyrecks' secret ability, and this makes it so Tyrecks' speed doubles while in the thunderstorms. This is very interesting because thunderstorms has a secondary effect that makes Earth-type moves hit air types. This is huge for a Loomian like Tyrecks that now can hit all incoming air types with Earthquake. While not many people have used Overcloak Tyrecks in competitive play, very brawny Tyrecks with specialty gloves can two-shot any air type in the game with Earthquake. And even if you don't want to run gloves, having cuffs after a sharpen can make Overcloak Tyrecks a devastating late-game cleaner, making it a must-have on pretty much any Thunderstorm team. Despite everything I have talked about Tyrecks, there is nothing in its move pool that screams broken or overpowered. It used to have the ha-ha scapegoat Vice Jaws combo in the past, but that has recently been nerfed. It doesn't have a pivot move, its best setup move is Sharpen, and its best healing move is Slumber, which is really unreliable at the moment, and its best ability, Power Jaw, doesn't even boost Earthquake's damage. Not to mention that Tyrex' defensive typing has brutal weaknesses to Fire, Water, and Plant cores, while also having common weaknesses to Earth and Brawler. The meta can also hit Tyrex for super effective damage, with 12 of the top 19 Loomians hitting Tyrex for super effective damage. Not to mention that without boots or thunderstorms, Tyrex gets outsped by most of the meta threats. Tyrex does have some legit flaws that hold it back from being a broken / overpowered Loomian. It isn't a Loomian that is sweeping through a team. It isn't a Loomian that walls every Loomian in the entire game. There isn't even some overpowered move on it. It's a Loomian that is good at filling a lot of roles. And that's why people use Tyrex so much. Tyrex fits for hyper offense as a boots Loomian. Tyrex fits as bulky offense with its great bulk. It fits on stall because of quicksand and slumber. It fits as a support Loomian with teardown, and it even fills a role as a late game cleaner on Thunderstorm teams. Tyrex has a bit of everything, and that's what makes it insanely good. Good stats, 3 good but very different playing abilities, and an amazing typing that works well offensively and defensively. Those are the reasons why Tyrex is one of the most popular Loomians in IE's tournaments today. The final question I want to say in this video is, will Tyrex remain the top dog in tournament play? Honestly, I think it has a good chance to stay on top. It has great base stats and 3 great abilities, which gives Tyrex a lot of move flexibility compared to any of the other Loomians in the game. If the meta shifts, a different Tyrex set will rise in usage, and if the meta stays the same, Power Jaw Tyrex will remain king. Despite its high usage, it's a Loomian that doesn't cause problems. It's a Loomian that can solve problems by being able to be used on any team structure and be reliable in pretty much any situation. That's the reason why Tyrex is the most used Loomian in tournament play. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What are y'all opinions on Tyrex? Please tell me in the comments below. That's the end of the video, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!